this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver, and good morning, Polly Reindeer. Oh no, you've got closer, you can actually hit me with your snowballs now. It was more fun when you were far away and you couldn't actually hit me. I am going to go inside behind the safety of the glass in my bedroom, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to eat my breakfast. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. By the way, you can stand up and you can join me, and today we are going to be going inside of the airport building that I built in the last episode, and we're going to be getting to work. We are going to be trying to get as much of the airport done. My goal for today is to get the whole kind of check-in area, which is basically the main area, and there's some cool mechanics there. We're going to build some robots today as well, and I can't wait to show what they're going to look like. But first, to the love garden, I'm going to add Cedro, and the reason I'm going to add Cedro is because he made a whole Stampy collection. And there's a bunch of different things in it, including my book, but the main thing is a Stampy bike, which I've never seen before. You can see he's painted his bike to look like Stampy colors. I think it looks amazing. Thank you so much for the collection, Cedro, and welcome to my love garden. Okay then, Barnaby, you can join me. We will be going over to the doghouse first to decide which doggy companion is going to be joining us for today's episode before going back over to the airport. I still can't believe just how quickly we're able to build the airport in the last episode. It's not crazy big, but it was a little bit of a complicated design as far as I go anyway. And Sherbet, you are going to be the perfect doggy companion for this episode. I know I took you recently, but I'm going to take you again because we're building Orange. Orange is the theme today. As you can see, William Beaver is sticking with the theme as well. Everything is going to be orange today, so having a dog with a orange collar seems to be the best dog for today's episode. So yeah, we're going to do the whole check-in area. There's going to be the queue. There's going to be the check-in bots, I think I'm going to call them. And then the luggage is the star of the show today, if you can believe it or not. Basically, it's going to be an automated system that is going to take all of your luggage, after it's been weighed, of course, and take it straight onto the plane with a minecart track. So it's basically going to be a minecart with a chest in. So this is kind of how the place is looking after the end of the last episode. And I'm going to leave the ceiling like this as well. I think that looks really cool when you look up and you kind of just see all of the lines going across the top there. We're not going to cover that up at all, so we're just going to have really tall ceilings. And the first thing we need to do, William Beaver can hardly contain himself, and the first thing we need to do is dig away the ground. Sadly, we can't play Spontaneous Sleep because, well, you wouldn't really drop down very far. You can't really play it when you only drop down one block. So sadly, no Spontaneous Sleep today, but we can dig out all of the ground, and let me show you what the pattern is going to be on the floor. So it's going to be a pretty simple pattern. It's basically going to be alternating between white clay and quartz as well, blocks of quartz. And it might seem like that doesn't make sense because, well, they're both white blocks, and they are, but they're both slightly different whites. They're off-whites. They're not exactly white, which means you can kind of see, especially when you put them next to each other, like, this looks almost like grey now, doesn't it? Because the quartz is so much more white than the white, inverted comma, white clay. It makes it a pretty cool pattern, so it's nothing too crazy. It's not like giant stripes across the floor or anything, but I think it looks pretty good. I think this is going to look pretty cool, and pretty much the kind of floor that you could expect to see in an airport. Anyway, so we're going to go do the pattern here. It's weird how just seeing the same block next to another block just kind of makes it look like a different color. Like if I just went and put this over here by itself, and you look at that looks like white. Doesn't that look like white? And then if I look at the exact same block, but look at it here, that doesn't look like white. It looks like grey-y, bluey color, but it's the exact same color. It's basically just like an optical illusion about how you see it. But I think it makes it a pretty cool effect on the floor. And then the entire airport, I guess, is basically going to be split in half, I guess is the best way to put it. So there's going to be the entire check-in area here, and then there's going to be the other area, which is going to be departures and security, which is going to be basically one big room, and then one little side area where there's going to be a very small duty-free shop, which is just going to have a few Stampy's Lovely World souvenirs and, I don't know, some food and, I don't know, the kind of rubbish that you find in duty-free shops normally inside of airports. So I've pretty much, I think, got the floor done that I needed in the area where the check-in's going to be. So let's kind of start working out exactly where the walls are going to be. So if you want to build this yourself, the best way to do it is you see this pillar here, go one across, and then one more across, and then this is where the counter is going to start. So this is basically going to be where the check-in is going to begin, and we need to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then here is going to be the wall, which is going to be going to the security, and then we just need a doorway, which is going to be right about here, which is going to be where you walk through to get to security. So these walls are going to go all the way up to the very top of the ceiling. I'm just going to build them up a little bit for now, and then Polly, I guess you could probably carry on these, and then this wall can go all the way back over in that direction as well, and then behind here's going to be the duty-free. Oh, sorry, no, not there, Polly, not this wall, just the ones that I've built up a little bit. This is going to be where the check-in area is going to be. So this is basically the countertop that you're standing on right now, Polly. And then this is where our bots are going to be. So there's going to be basically two check-in bots that are going to be standing here, and then they're going to be the ones that are checking in all of your luggage and sorting everything out for you. So let's do them first. There's a bunch of other things I need to do in here, but let's do them first because I've been waiting to show you these bots for absolutely ages because I think they're adorable and amazing, and I just can't wait to show you. So the bodies need to be droppers, actually. So let me go and craft some droppers, and the reason they need to be droppers is because they're basically going to fire you your boarding passes. So that's going to be the purpose for them. So that's basically the bottom, that's the body, and then the top, and this is the part that makes them amazing, is going to be these observer blocks. And these are relatively new blocks that have been added to the console version, and they have a bunch of different redstone uses. They're very functional, they have lots of purposes. I think though 95% of the time I'm going to use these blocks is just for decoration because they look cool rather than actually for any of their redstone purposes, because if I turn around now, we have our robot. Doesn't it just look like a robot face? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how much of just like a robot face it looks like. I don't know how much on purpose that is, but I think it is absolutely perfect for our needs. So these are going to be what our robots are going to look like. They need some arms as well. So let's go and make some levers. We can go and plonk one on this side and one on that side there like that. And then this means, let's just say that these wooden planks are boarding passes. Every time you go and shake their hand, I guess, then they can give you a boarding pass. So that's basically the only function that they actually have, and everything else is going to be automatic. So to the side of them, this is going to be where you're going to place the luggage down, and then also to the side of this one, which is going to be here. So let's just go and build in the other check-in bot first then. So we've got that's just kind of normal stone. We have the dropper. The observers basically face whichever way you're looking as you place them. So you've got to make sure you place them the right way around. It's kind of different to kind of the way I expected. Normally when you place, I don't know, like a piston or something, it's placed the way you're facing. So it's kind of the other way around that you would expect. But there we go. There's the other observer block. And actually, I'm not finished yet. I haven't even finished with the design. There is more. There is more detail. So the next thing we need to add to my check-in bot are hats. They need to have hats. Orange is the uniform here. So here are going to be their orange hats. We can put one there and one there as well. I think these are looking absolutely fantastic, but they're not formally dressed yet. They need to look even smarter than they do right now. And to do that, we are going to need to have some ties. And then these banners are going to be ties, so that if we go and put on these item frames like that, and then put the banners in the item frames, it kind of looks like they're wearing neckties a little bit, doesn't it? And then the blocks can still fire out like that. So there we go. There are our two beautiful looking check-in bots. So now we need to do all of the different systems that there's going to be for actually going and checking in your luggage. So as I said, you'll bring your luggage, you'd put it in a chest and put that into a minecart and do it that way. Once I get shulker boxes, then it will work even better. But this will do for now. And so the first thing you need to do is you need to go and weigh your luggage. You need to weigh your luggage, and if it's too heavy, then you have to pay extra in order to have it. So it's very important that your luggage doesn't weigh too much. And so the way we're going to do the weighing, which sounds weird to say, is going to be with a comparator and some redstone. So basically, if you don't know how this works, if I put this next to the weighted pressure plate, basically the redstone is going to go further along depending on how great the weight is. So if I just go and put down a few blocks, you'll see that the redstone's only going to go to there. Then if I go and put down quite a lot more blocks like this, then you can see that the redstone is stretched to there. So that's going to be the very simple method we're going to use for weighing them. So we got some redstone lamps, which I'm going to, let's just put them down on some stone, I think should be okay. So let's just go and put some stone there and then some stone here as well. And then we put the redstone lamps on top, and then that basically means that if they get set off, then that means that the luggage is too heavy, and then you need to pay twice as much in order to be able to take it on the plane. So basically, if I go and pile on everything I'm going to put in my suitcase on here, and then if that light gets set off, there we go. That means my luggage is too heavy. So in a minute, I can put a sign on the front of them that just say too heavy. So then you know that when the light goes on, that is what it means. So that's the way the weighing is going to work. The way the weighing is going to work. I love saying that. And then the other thing we need to do is the luggage compartment. So this wall is once again going to be built up all the way to the ceiling. If any of my helpers want to do this here just behind the redstone lamps, that would be very, very helpful while I go and do all of these finer details. And then these are going to be basically tracks that are going to lead all the way from here basically straight to where the plane is going to be. So I'm just going to use, this is black concrete, and I'm going to use this as kind of the trail, because it's normally on some sort of a conveyor belt or something, and I think this is the best way that makes it look like a conveyor belt. So there's going to be 2 trails leading to this back wall, and then basically you're not going to see your luggage again until you get to the other side. So we can do like a little ramp leading up inside of here. And then these tracks basically just need to end up merging together. So let's go make some minecart tracks then, shall we? I don't need too many for now because we don't actually have the plane for them to go to. I can't complete the entire track because it's basically going to be a track leading to nowhere. So we need to start off with some power rails, and I'm going to show you how this is all going to work in a minute, how they're going to get powered. But then this is just going to launch them off here like this, and then they're going to go behind the scenes to the other side of this wall here, and then these 2 tracks basically need to link up together, and then this track is going to go deep down under the ground here, and then that is basically going to be the underground area that all of the luggage is going to be taken to until it's taken to the plane. So this track's going to go down like that, and this is the only kind of semi-tricky bit where you need to make sure all of this links up. I think this might be just about perfect. There we go. So no matter which track the minecart goes down, it's going to end up going straight down there. Anyway, as I said, we'll worry about doing the rest of that once we have a plane for it to actually go to. So yeah, guys, this wall here you can fill in as well. Basically above where this minecart track is, all the way up to the ceiling up there, that can all be filled in as well. And then I can go and start working out some of the mechanics for how this entire area here is going to work. So I do have to do some redstone now, and I need to make some room to be able to do the redstone. So before I go and start trying to place anything down, let's just kind of dig out a bit of a pit down here, just so I have some room to make everything work. So basically, what I need to have happen is pretty simple, is when you press a button, which is going to be on the counter, it's going to do 2 things. Firstly, it's going to lift up the block which is next to the minecart, because even if you have a power rail, if there's not a block next to the minecart, it won't go anywhere. It will basically just stay exactly where it is. So I need to make sure that a block gets lifted up, and then also like a second or so later, I need to make sure that the power rail gets lit up, and then the luggage can actually get sent off in the minecart. So it's just basically those 2 functions that we need to have happen, but we want it to be only 1 button, so you don't have to press 1 button and then wait and then press another button and get the timing right. That would be far too complicated and far too annoying. So we're going to hopefully do it all with 1 button. So I've got a little bit of an area now to do the redstone. And so let's just make what's underneath here? Is that the counter? Yeah, let's go 1 further this way, and then let's just do a ladder so I can easily make my way up and down and not have to keep piling up dirt all of the time. I am going to make another crafting table. That's because I want a crafting table down here as well anyway. I know I have a problem with crafting tables, but oh well. I can accept that. That's the first step to solving a problem, is admitting that you have a problem. And I admit that I have a problem with placing crafting tables absolutely everywhere I go. Right, so let's just go and make 1 more group of ladders so I can make my way up and down here. And let's start off by pressing the button. Well, tell you what, while I'm working this out, instead of using a button, I might do a lever. And that means I can kind of have just 1 continuous stream of redstone. And then that way I'll be able to tell if it's working or not. And then here, this is where the lever needs to be. So let's just kind of drop down here so I can mark it. So I think, not the lever, sorry, the piston. So I believe the piston has to be here. And then this block will go there. I don't know, it needs to go 1 higher. I did it in the right place, but it just needs to be 1 higher than I did it now. So let's go and grab the piston. We need to go to this height. That's where the block's going to be. So that's how it's going to be down. And then I need to make sure that this block gets lifted up. So then the minecart can go and get sent away. So let's actually go and make a minecart. Now let's just go and make a minecart so we can put it down. And then we'll be able to test it properly. Of course, this is going to be a minecart, which is going to lead to nowhere. But it's going to be a good way to be able to actually test it. So right then, this part should be relatively simple because the lever should kind of get pulled up anyway. Actually, if I just do some redstone, maybe coming from down here. So the countertop is actually going to make this easier because it basically means I can do redstone leading straight from where that is. So if I have the redstone literally right there we go. We can see that the piston has been lifted up already. So that is kind of step one of the problem already solved. And now we just need to do this redstone coming down here, and we can loop it round. The thing is, though, is we need to make sure that when you press it, it's switching it on rather than kind of the other way around. So let me go and see exactly where the power rail is compared to the piston. Is it right next to it? So the piston says, so yeah, it's just one back is where we need the lever to, not the lever, sorry, the redstone torch to be, which is going to actually set off this power rail. The problem is, though, is when I put this here, the minecart's probably going to get fired off, basically because it's going to be powered already. So what we need to have happen is so that this torch is always off apart from when you go and actually press the button. And so the way we're going to do that is we can loop this redstone around here and basically switch the redstone around so that it's always off like it is now until a signal turns off this redstone torch. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. You don't need to understand. As long as you can kind of just copy exactly what I do, then hopefully it should be working for you as well. Because this would be a cool thing to have working as well, to have a working luggage system. So as we can see, the minecart has been launched off into the distance exactly as I expected that it would be. So we can now switch this round to a button, but this is a good sign. This is a good sign that it may actually be working. So let's go and grab the minecart back, and now we can go and do a proper test with the button and see if it's all working properly. We can go and fill in this hole here as well. I think this should be quartz down there, and let's do a bit of a test then. Let's say I've come here, and let's say this is my, oh, where's it gone? Where did I not pick up the minecart? Oh, there we go. There it is. Throw it through the gap. Can you place it down and then roll it, and then I'll catch it, William Beaver. I think that's the way to do it. Thank you. You're like behind the scenes. You're one of the luggage gremlins that live behind here. Right, if you stand to the other side, though, because there is going to be a minecart coming down there in just 1 second. So right then, this is my luggage. I'm going to place it. Oh, I need to weigh it first. Let me go and weigh it. Is it too heavy? Nope, it is perfect the way it is. Jolly good. Oh, I'm too heavy though, apparently. Yeah, that would be my cakes for breakfast would do that to me. But my luggage is okay. That's what matters. So I'm going to place down the luggage, press the button, that lifts up, and there we go. Off goes my luggage. Very, very slowly. Is it going to make it? A little bit further, and there we go. Down it drops. So what I could do is I could just add another power rail on either side here. And then that means it's going to launch off with a little bit more purpose than it did. And where's the luggage gremlin? Luggage gremlin! Luggage gremlin! We have luggage that needs collecting on the other side. I think he might have... Is he gone? He might have wandered off. I don't know where the luggage gremlin's gone. Oh, there it is! There's the luggage gremlin! And then the luggage just goes and appears again. Right, let's do another test now then. Now I added the extra power rail. And let's see if it's going to be able to fire off a little bit faster than it did before. So I press the button and there we go. And it went flying down there. That couldn't be working any better. That is perfect. So what we'll do then is we can clog up this hole now because this is done. So of course I need to do the exact same thing on this side. I don't want to do it again now because you've just seen me doing it once before and it'd be boring if I do the exact same thing again. And good job, luggage gremlin. You have been promoted to the queue gremlin, and you can help me build the queue to get into the luggage. So if I just throw you some iron, you can build the queue leading to here, my very good queue gremlin. Anyway, and so yeah, while William Beaver does that, I'm just going to go and make a chest, and then this is basically going to be full of minecarts. And the reason why we need that is because, oh, I think, there we go, there's the chest here. So this is basically because when you get up here, you're going to have your luggage, which is basically going to be signified by the chest, but then you want to have a place full of all of these different minecarts so you can go and grab them. For now, I'm just using this to like empty all of my pockets because I've just got a bunch of rubbish on me, which I don't need, and it's always annoying me when I have too much stuff in my pocket. So let's just go and empty all of that out. And then let's take a tour of the place then. So this is basically all going to be queuing. That's basically what the whole check-in area involves. There's a whole load of queuing. So my queue gremlin is going to do that now. So basically, it's going to be queues where you kind of go back and forth like this until you get to the checkout. Then this is where you're going to go to go and do security. And hello, Sherbet. You can stand out and you can join us now. So there's going to be a security bot here. Through here, this is going to be where the duty free is going to be. So this is all going to be blocked off here. This tunnel's going to keep going down even further there. So you won't even be able to see this. Actually, we could go and dig a little bit more of this down here. But this is basically going to go down there like that, and then go down like underneath there somewhere, and then that's going to lead all the way to the airport. But for now, this entire area here is going to be blocked off because we don't need to see any of this stuff. Sorry, Polly, I know you're there checking my redstone. Hopefully I did my redstone okay, by the way, Polly. I saw that she was non-stop supervising me the entire time, so I felt confident in case things didn't go well. And then this is going to be basically like the waiting area, and then you're going to go outside here, which is where the actual helicopter and then the plane is going to be as well, as you go and launch into the sunset, which is going to be on the distance over there. So that's basically how the entire layout's going to be. This check-in area is pretty much done the way it needs to be. The only other big thing that I need to add in is some lights. There's going to be a bunch of lights. I didn't really want to use torches. I kind of wanted it to look a little bit more modern, I guess. So instead of using torches, I'm going to instead use just glowstone. So I'm just going to go around here. I guess we could do them at about... Let's place the glowstone at this height, and then we could do bars kind of holding them up like that. And so I'll probably do it on the columns like this then. So basically as if these are a bunch of lights, and then I might do some more kind of dangling down from the ceiling as well, just to light up the place even more than it is right now. And then I might also add some trap doors onto the front of these as well, just to add a little bit more decoration. I always like doing that. It kind of makes them look more like actual proper lights rather than blocks of magical glowing stones, which is basically what they are when you think about them. And can I place one on the top as well from here? There we go. So yeah, we can go and add all of these trap doors on these lights as well. And as I said, that is pretty much how this area is going to be then. So in the next episode, we will be coming through here, and I will be building a security bot, which is once again something that I'm very excited for you to see. If you liked the check-in bots, you are going to love our security bots. But sadly, that is the end of this episode here. I want to say a huge thank you for my helpers for being as helpful as they always are. A huge thank you to Sherbet for being with us and joining us and being today's mascot. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!